Hey, that's fucking Tom.
That's
Hey,
me.
it's Walt with One Fall WrestleCast. A lot of crazy shit going on this week. Like, Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston. We're going to talk about that.
Whew.
Just Dave Meltzer classic. We're also going to talk about the biggest news in professional wrestling and all of the fallout that has come from it. And that's Jonathan Gresham cussing out Tony Khan. And I think we're going to talk about Vince a little bit too. I don't know. We'll find out.
Welcome to the One Fall WrestleCast.
Hey, so I got to know, was that studio laughter or did I genuinely pop you?
No, I was genuinely popped with
Okay.
the Gresham stuff. With the Gresham stuff,
It was good, right?
I was genuinely popped.
It was good. I got you. I snuck you with the Dave Meltzer one too. I knew that one popped you, but I wasn't.
That one was good too. I like that.
How we doing, guys?
No complaints actually. I feel good. Although my water bottles are empty, but that's okay. I got some whiskey. There's beer. There's beer in the fridge.
Whiskey.
Yeah, I wish I had water too. Like that helps.
I've got Eagle Rare whiskey.
So fucking jealous of you and your Eagle Rare. Like I want some Eagle Rare,
and I'm gonna drink it like a heathen.
I mean, I don't care how you drink it. I wish I had some, but I don't. So, just sit here like the stooge that I am. I used to be able to get that stuff for $25 a bottle, any day of the day of the week. Any day of the week, I could wander in. Before I had children, my buddies were coming over. Hey, let's get a bottle of Eagle Rare. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah, we get a bottle of Eagle Rare. We sit there on the porch. We're pouring them neat, and we're just having a good old time. Not anymore.
Now
I haven't seen that.
That's probably the first bottle you've seen.
That's the first bottle I've seen
to you in at least 5 years.
At least I don't know that it's touched my lips since my son was born.
That's probably fair.
It's been he just turned 9,
especially in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, he just turned 9, so that's if that needs to give you any kind of ramifications. So I'm jealous as fuck of you. I've got fucking wooden yo-yos made by Yo-Yo Masters.
Hey, go check out Tom's latest video on the old wooden yo-yos there.
Wooden yo-yos made by legendary Yo-Yo Masters who are inducted into the Yo-Yo Hall of Fame. This is like having wrestling gear made by Mick Foley if he was if he'd made wrestling gear. Yeah,
it'd be like a sock, a pair of sweatpants.
Yeah, I mean it'd be like that. It'd be like, but I don't have that, but I have a yo-yo, and actually John Gates is really good at making yo-yos. He's
friend of the show, Pat Martin. Bud, come on, man. Talking about that Eagle Rare. Man's wild.
Come on, Pat.
Wild. All right.
Yeah, I don't understand why you guys are like. Is it really good? Is it really rare?
Yeah, it's good. Hey,
my God!
Listen, next time we get together to work on the Jeep, not at 11:30 at night with fucking flashlights. Although in hindsight, that turned out really, really good. So we got lucky.
Funny story about that.
I'll bring one along.
The police officer that lives above me eventually sent a text and was like, "Are you good?" Like, yeah. Are you outside? Yes. Okay.
Well,
just making sure.
don't forget. He drove past. He was probably going home. He drove past us at one point. So that's
yeah.
That's good.
Didn't look too good. Right, you got two guys with flashlights, looking at cars.
No. Hey, so let's talk about fucking pro wrestling this week. Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do that. There was some shit.
Yeah, there was some shit. Hey, so Pat Martin says we should all travel to watch Ric Flair's last match. Where's it at? It's in Nashville, Pat. And it's this weekend, and
This
I'm
weekend?
kind of preoccupied, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
So
Walt's
I'm not going to be able to.
It's
to
also
talk about
Walt's
this.
last match
What?
this
Yes,
weekend.
yes. Hey,
So-
speaking of Flair's last match, I was telling Derek this the other night. I think they're doing a fantastic job of building the story up. You know what I mean?
They
Like,
really,
they're using the internet as a weapon right now.
I was really going into this, and you can look back. I was like, oh Christ, it was because
I mean, it was commonplace for us to watch training videos every week.
right, but now I'm like, they're doing a pretty good job. Now that being said, I mean, I don't know that this could be a bad. I don't know. Look, I think I've already seen the worst match of the year candidate, so it's got to be better than what I saw with Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston. It's got to be better than that. There's no way it's going to be worse than that match.
He couldn't even wait, Derek.
I couldn't.
How are you going to sit there and trash my match of the week? Seriously?
Okay, go
What
ahead.
dick?
I want to hear Derek's take on this. What was this death match? What was so good about this?
Oh
death
no,
match?
no, I wasn't ready to jump
Why
into
is every-
that.
why was
wanted to
everybody-
comment on
Are we talking about the
Ric
death of the
Flair
business?
last match?
Oh,
on tour.
I understand why this
It's
is a
coming
death
to a
match
town
now.
near you.
It clicked. It clicked in my head. I know why this is a death match. They were trying to kill the business. That's what they were doing. They were trying to kill the business because, truthfully, I am embarrassed. So embarrassed for Chris Jericho and for Eddie Kingston and for Tony Khan and for AEW and for every jabroni that ran out during that match because it was half the goddamn locker, at least the half of the locker room that doesn't already have a concussion because they're unsafe, terrible working conditions. So I am embarrassed. It was embarrassing to watch. It was like, you ever watch the video of the guy that's like, I am deeply in love with Selena Gomez and she is in control of my life. It was like watching that guy.
Dare
But it
you
was a
talk about
wrestling
Feel like that?
But it was a match that like nothing worked. It started off bad because you saw Chris Jericho go into his wrist and get out his razor blade, and then the guy who was controlling the camera saw it too, and then he cut to a shot that lets you see it better. So we saw Jericho up close in HD give himself a nice little gash there and get some juice. So congrats, Chris.
Can I just interject and talk about how fucking stupid that is, right? So Jericho just comes out on his podcast this week, right? This past week, and talks about, remember whenever he missed a bunch of wrestling and they started canceling Fozzy shows and everybody around the world screamed COVID. Do you remember that?
Right. Yeah.
Well, it turns out he had the pulmonary embolisms, which blood clots in your lungs, right? And part of the treatment for that is to take blood thinners. So the fact that Chris Jericho is out there, on blood thinners and busting himself wide open with razor blades, kind of fucking silly. In my eyes.
Not only that. So let's talk about the blood for one, because we're at the point here in 2022 where even Uncle Dave hates blood. Okay, the mark of all marks is like there's no place for it. We know about bloodborne illness. We are just coming out of the tail end of a pandemic. We know about how blood clots work. We just know too much, and it's a mistake to do this. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that blood can be warranted when in the right circumstance.
Serves its purpose.
It's when it serves its purpose. But like Jericho just seems to book himself in whatever he wants to do, wherever the wind may take him at the moment. And this is because this isn't even the blow off of this match, because Jericho came out on top, but then Eddie got his heat back by throwing Jericho into the spider web of things. But let's talk about the botches first, because good Christ, was this a botch filled just a fucking mess. It was a fucking mess.
Derek, what's the matter, bud?
Derek doesn't have anything to say because he watched it too, and it was a fucking mess. So, yes, there you go. Go with the course. Good boy. Good man. All right, so for starters, they come out. We see Jericho right off the bat. Eddie hits him. Why was there barbed wire on the microphone? Nobody needs to answer.
Oh, come on! No! That was cool.
Listen,
that was
like I deserve, but that was cool.
Listen,
It's a nice
that was
touch.
clearly the most gimmicked barbed wire in the entire match. Like, clearly fake safety barbed wire
Sure.
as opposed
Okay.
to the rest
Yeah.
of it. Like, it was like
Right.
that rubbery shit. Like,
Yeah. So
it
we
was
got the
clearly the worst barbed wire.
So we got the barbed wire microphone that Jericho takes to the face. This is where the botch blade comes in. How have they not figured this out yet? That if you're gonna have dudes blade, stop zooming in on their face while they're doing it. Like how have they not figured that out yet? Like this is
because they don't communicate when they're going to do that, like they do on the other side of things, where it's overproduced.
So they underproduce it to the level of where they zoom in on things that are fake. Great. Okay. Glad we've established that baseline. Now, so that was the first start. Now the next chunk of the match. This match only went 15 minutes. The next chunk of the match is.
Jeez.
I know it felt like a month,
Only?
right? Well, there were like there was a commercial break or two in there too. That's with commercials. So next chunk of the match is sloppy. It looks like they can't talk to each other. Nobody knows what's going on. They're throwing shitty punches. They're like, there's a few like Irish whips into the ropes that are also wrapped with barbed wire. So they bounce off the ropes and they sell it. And it was fine, but there was nothing super interesting about it. And then we get to the part where Ruby Soho has the key and the
Did I miss something?
Yeah, I think so. It has something to do with like getting back at them for something. I can't remember what it is, but like it was semi-half explained, and it was like okay, it was like half-assed explained. It was like just something to get Ruby Soho on TV. Because if you didn't notice, this match got like 90% of the locker room involved in it, right?
Derek, what's the matter, dude?
Yeah.
What's wrong? He's just hearing what I'm saying, and he's like, "Yeah, watch this. This is what happened."
This match was the most embarrassing thing that I've ever had to defend in my life, and I'm not going to defend it this week. I can't, fellas. I'm sorry. As the one in the group that actually appreciates and goes to deathmatch wrestling, I've never been to one where they actually needed to gimmick and blade themselves. Because the items in the match will literally draw blood. Whereas this was an embarrassment to every deathmatch wrestling
they could have gimmicked themselves
promotion and event that has ever gone on ever. There was not a puncture in anyone's body. It was pitiful, and it's literally embarrassing it made this barbed wire deathmatch look good. I had to just turn it off and go watch No Night match so I could then remember what things are supposed to be like. But after seeing Minnie and this was trash.
So
it's going to go down as the what's his name? So and so's mom on a pole match. This is AEW's version
Judy
of that.
Bagwell
so far.
on a pole. Yeah. R.I.P. Judy.
So
Bagwell.
far, this is that bad.
So let me get back to what's going on. So after they sort of have a like weird, like very like like it's like they don't want to get stuck with they're in a death match and it's the main event, but they're like they're trying not to. They're doing their best to not get hurt during a death match, and so Ruby Soho's out there. It's like gimmicked that she's got the thing, she's got the key, she's got the like to lower the cage, because Jericho Appreciation Society is standing high above the crowd in a shark cage, because it's Shark Week, everybody. It's Shark Week on Discovery Channel, so they're in a shark cage way up in the sky. And then so they come down, so she's out there with the thing, and then Ty Conti comes out and they're fighting, and then she's fighting Ty Conti off. And if you remember, Anna Jay and Ty Conti had a falling out. But so Anna Jay runs out, and like there's like this second where everybody looks at each other, and they do that pro wrestling thing, and then Anna Jay turns on Ruby Soho, and Anna Jay and Ty Conti beat Ruby Soho down 2-on-1 and take all the shit. So Anna Jay and Ty Conti are now heels together again. Great, because like Ty Conti has had no good has come with her relationship with Sammy Guevara on television. I'm glad they're happy in person, but them together, it's like they should take the Adam Cole and Britt Baker route and just like, look, if you're together, that's fine, but let's not make this a TV gimmick because it hurts the both.
Yeah, because they tried that shit. If you remember when Adam Cole first got to AEW, and we were bagging on that.
Yeah, because it doesn't work.
It's terrible. And Derek said it himself the other day. They've got go away heat. Like,
yeah, I mean they went hard with it. They went hard in the paint with it, and it's got go away heat.
And it's a shame because Sammy Guevara is a talented fucking guy. You know what I mean?
He's a talented guy. He's a talented guy, but he needs booked. He needs to not be left up to his own devices, because when he is, it's like stupidity or just like goes nuts. Like it's like this is he makes the dumbest possible decision. But anyway, this is
hold the phone. Listen, Pat, Bud.
Oh, Patrick Martin. Oh, Pat.
Bud.
Literally everything Adam Cole touches turns to gold. I don't know how you could think that. It's like the man has he's the epitome of turning chicken shit into chicken salad. Like, I mean, not only that, but like getting other people over in the process. Like Adam Cole is a generational talent. He's not, if he was bigger, if he was like, because he's only like 5'8" and like 180 pounds. Like if he's
6'1", 225, he's the
biggest star in the world. He's the biggest wrestling star in the world.
I think Pat just woke up today and was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to be a heel."
Yeah, Pat woke up and chose violence today. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay, who hurt you? You know, like, come on, man.
Why did they do it?
I'll get the doll.
I mean, though I feel like the one guy we all agree on. The one guy we all agree on is Adam Cole, right? He's like the
only one.
It's like one. Yeah, Adam Cole's pretty good. Like we're all on that boat, right? But anyway, back to Ruby Soho. So they turn on Ruby. This is actually the only part, like that part. Like I don't know why Ruby had the stuff, but that whole turn on her, that didn't feel botched. But then it all went real downhill from there, because like it wasn't great before. But it all went like down from there. So first, they get the thing down, right? They pull the cage comes down, and then Ty Conti runs up there with the key. She's like,
and they can't get the lock unlocked.
And she can't get the lock open. They're up there for it's an uncomfortable amount of time. It's an embarrassing amount of time. It's so long that these guys are just like, fuck it, and they start squeezing through the bars. They weren't stuck in there at all. They just popped through the bars. Holy crap. On television, on live television. Oh, my God.
With close up, too.
Oh, my God. When that happened.
Tight shot.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. When that started happening.
Guys, I don't know for sure, but I don't think that was a regulation Shark Tank.
When that started happening, I lost my shit. I don't really know what happened with I know what happened at the end. I don't know what happened for like the next like 5-ish minutes of this match, because I just lost my shit. So a brawl breaks out. And this is like a big brawl because Jericho and Kingston, let's face it, Jericho's a 50-something-year-old man, and Eddie Kingston's never been in shape a day in his life. So these dudes are blown up, right?
Are you body shaming Eddie Kingston again?
No, I'm body shaming them both.
Again. Again, you did it last week too. 2 weeks in a row.
Okay, yeah, you're right. 2 weeks in a row.
Kingston.
Look.
The internet wrestling community will not be happy with you again this week.
You're not allowed to body shame.
This is what I got for them. Anyway, so the main event guys are blown up, and so we have a brawl now. Now everybody's out of the shark cage, and of course the baby faces pour out of the back, because they didn't have to lock the baby faces up in a shark cage, because they weren't going to interfere, because they're the good guys.
AEW doesn't have heels and baby faces.
No, but the baby faces are the good guys. God damn it! So the baby faces pour out of the back, and there's a brawl. Everybody's fighting. It's like the Tasmanian devil. And then somehow this brawl just kind of like fucks off. Like there's like 15 guys out there. All 15 of these guys are in a swirl tornado of punching each other in the face, and they all fuck off to leave. Like, where did they all go? Why did they leave? They all left. Anyway.
Why were they there?
I don't know, because they didn't get involved in the match. They just had a little scuffle, and then they left. And then after that, I was like, where the hell's Sammy Guevara? Like, he's the only guy we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Right? At this point in your head, you're like, where the hell's Sammy Guevara? Oh, there he is. He pops out. And then I don't know what the hell happened there, but like they did a weird little dance at the end where like Jericho was supposed to hit Sammy, but he didn't hit Sammy. And
they locked up.
Everybody looked awkward,
it was all discombobulated.
And everybody just kind of looked at each other and whatever. And then Jericho just hit Eddie with the elbow, wrapped in barbed wire. Pinned him 1, 2, 3. Everybody looked stupid, and then Jericho got thrown into the barbed wire and went. And this match was an abomination. This was the worst match. That's easily the worst match.
It was no
of the year.
Cactus Jack Terry Funk, that's for sure.
No, it's not. This was easily the worst match of the year thus far. I can't think of a match that had so many things go wrong with it. All in succession and actually make it to the end. I mean, this was just.
It was bad.
It was bad start to finish. I mean, it was 15 minutes of how to ruin the business, and it was. I mean, it was.
Dynamite actually started out really strong.
It did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
you had Brody King killed.
Dude, he killed a man.
Darby. I don't even remember because he's dead. Yeah, Darby killed Darby. Killed Darby.
Insane.
That was exactly what I wanted to see.
Had my attention.
Put those two together. I saw that and I went, I can't believe they just did that way. I can't believe they did that right, and they did it.
And they've not been able to grab my attention in the first segment on Dynamite these days.
I mean, I was locked in, brother. I was locked in, and it went like it never. That was the peak. It never got better than that. It just sort of went, and then boom, like it was like, holy crap! Like Tony Khan's got to stop letting Chris Jericho book himself. He really does. It's just not. You can't like you just have to. He has to stop.
He does good sometimes. He does.
No, yeah, it's even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. He is not a booker. I would not let Chris Jericho book shit. Okay,
you want to book? Got a very creative mind. He has very good gimmicks.
Yeah, he's got a creative mind to get himself.
He needs a filter. He needs a filter.
Yeah, and like
I'm not.
Nobody's
nobody's
gonna sit here and question Chris Jericho's ability to recreate himself. Right? Like he's the best at recreating himself. But the way that he's going about business right now is a miss.
Somebody needs to tell him no. And this is we bring this up every week. There is nobody back there who is like, no, don't do that. Because that's what it's like. No, don't do that. Like somebody has to say that. There was a Vince. There's a Triple H that says that. Stephanie McMahon would say that. There's people that will say, no, you're not doing that. And nobody will tell Chris Jericho no. And there's a dozen guys on the roster that nobody will tell no to. But somebody needs to be there to tell them no. Maybe it's William Regal. Maybe William Regal is that guy. Maybe it's Tony Khan. Maybe Tony Khan. If Tony Khan doesn't want to do it, maybe he needs to put that.
I don't necessarily know that it's a matter of Tony Khan not wanting to do it. Look at what just happened on Saturday with Jonathan Gresham.
This is a great segue. Let's talk about this too. Because I'm ecstatic for Claudio Castagnoli, right? I'm ecstatic for him.
Absolutely.
Of course.
But you did Jonathan Gresham dirty.
Totally. It was a squash match. He got squashed.
Did him dirty.
Like this man has been carrying this title, like when Ring of Honor was in the dirt. This is the guy that put Ring of Honor on his shoulders, his broad shoulders, might I add, his incredible wrestling broad shoulders, might I add, and carried it. They squashed him.
Absolutely.
On a pay-per-view.
What are you shaking your head at, Derek?
He carried them into bankruptcy, motherfuckers.
No, he didn't.
It wasn't his fault.
That after everything went bankrupt and everybody jumped ship because Bandito was their champion and he jumped ship. He left.
Yeah.
Right? Jonathan Gresham was the one that stepped up and said, "Hey, I'll carry this banner. I'll do this during the downtime. I'll keep the Ring of Honor name alive." That fucking made them go bankrupt.
And he did.
He
He
shit
represented
on
that
him.
brand. He represented that brand on multiple.
They shitted on him.
And they did him dirty. And you know what? He knows they did him dirty, and he let Tony Khan hear it. And you know, as excited as I am for Claudio Castagnoli, and as much as I was like, I thought Claudio was. I was certain.
I was
certain he was going to win.
Especially because now that TK owns Ring of Honor, he's going to do whatever he can to help elevate that product. Now take a look at your world champion is now Cesaro. Okay, your television champion is Samoa Joe. Like, these are two guys that are held in high regard within the wrestling community.
I mean, yeah, you
now,
want
to talk. And what kind of name did Jonathan Gresham have?
He didn't.
Where do you think you're going to go now? You're going to take your Johnny Hungee looking ass nowhere else. Because WWE ain't going to have you.
This is wild, bro. I love the fact that you're fucking trying to talk out of both sides of your mouth right now. So if this was AEW, you'd be like, we need to be putting the homegrown stars first and make sure that they're taken care of and that they're the ones that carry the company.
So here's the thing.
Ring of Honor, you're like, hey, Cesaro and Samoa Joe. Oh, they're the fucking that name recognition.
So you want to know what you do? You want to know what you do? You give these men 30 minutes and you let them put on the match that they can put, because look, Cesaro can go 30 minutes. Claudio Castagnoli can go 30 minutes. Gresham can go 30 minutes. You let these men, you treat this like a fucking
match.
You treat this like it's the most important fucking thing in the world. And you don't just make it like a 10-minute kind of back and forth a little bit squash match. And that's what it was.
Classic.
It could have been It could have been a 30-minute classic.
27 stars in the Wrestling Observer newsletter.
Yeah. It could have been a class. And that's what it should have been, right? When we heard that this was going on, it's like, oh, shit, I got to watch that, right? Like, Gresham's fucking great. Claudio Castagnoli, Cesaro is fucking great. I got to watch that. Let's watch that. And then I watched it, and I went, oh, Christ, they squashed him.
But it's okay because TK is using WWE fame to build the Ring of Honor brand. But
right? Yeah.
Okay.
But let's just use all the ex-WWE guys. Hey, I'm just gonna ride Vince's coattails until
after all, he is the longest tenured CEO in all of professional wrestling.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Vince.
Anyway. I mean, Derek, like, I don't understand why you're surprised that I'm taking this stance. Because you just took this stance not that long ago when it referred to AEW. And
you're ripping into me? I thought you were ripping into Tom this whole time.
Oh no, that was a you thing, pal.
I was wondering why he was like being all happy and stuff.
No, yeah, that was a you.
Oh, I don't. I'm. Look,
Tom's untouchable. Tom never gets yelled at.
He's not. I just poke at him differently than I do you.
I saw there was something coming whenever he didn't come out with his gimmick on it. Obviously, that was weird.
Right? How shit was that? Yeah, that's a great point. And I want to point out that Derek made a great point. How shit was that when he didn't come out with his thing with the fucking, because that's cool as shit. Like, let's be on, like, that's the coolest thing in the world. And it's like he walked out
motherfucking thing.
He just walked out like, God damn it.
Yep.
Like he looked fucking
my life.
I mean, and it was they got like whatever. I need to look up how long it was, but it wasn't
what it should have been.
It was a lot of uppercuts. I saw some uppercuts. Man, it should have been a great match. Like, he should have known he was going to lose, but he should have been given the time and the prep time for them to sort of put it all together. And I'm sure
given the ability to go out like the champion that he deserved to go out.
Because I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like you just want a champion to be given his right, even if he has to lose the belt, which is fine. Look, nobody expected Gresham to walk out of there.
No. With
that title. But nobody expected him to get squashed. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't expect it in the manner that it happened.
the man is one of the best pro wrestlers today.
I agree with that.
And it felt
Top notch.
It felt so cheap. It felt and truthfully to me that scars like I fucking love Cesaro. I fucking love Claudio Castagnoli. But to me that scars this like championship win a little bit. And I don't know.
So can we take the championship aspect out of it a little bit just for a second here? And in that same thread, it should be the same thing that happened with Darby Allin and Brody King. It was a legit squash match. You've got Darby Allin here, who's a homegrown talent, who has been pushed in the past previously and recently, who is a big homegrown star within the company. And he's getting trashed. Brody King's a recent comer to AEW.
You're right. You're right, and I don't.
We're just like, damn, that was fucking killing, and then we moved on.
Yeah, so I don't want to disparage your point, and I agree with it, and I see it. However, God, Brody King's got 300 pounds on Darby Allin, right?
Listen, they did a good job of selling that too with the attacks at the autograph signing and then San Diego Comic-Con. Like they're doing a good job with this story. I'll be interested to see where it goes.
And truthfully, to me, Darby's strength is his ragdoll selling. Yeah, he is like the Sasha. Best. Yeah, like Sasha. He is his and unfortunately for him, his ragdoll selling is what's going to make him and keep him in title pictures. Is that not like he's going to make everybody like one when he comes out on top. And I think he's going to get one over on Brody King at some point. But there's no title involved. There isn't 2 years of like stuff involved. I think he's going to come out on top at one point over Brody. I think he's going to get a pin. It's going to be a big pin. It's going to be a big thing. Little man, big man kind of thing. But with this, like Gresham's not a little man. I mean, I know he's short, but he is like he's like 5 feet tall and 5 feet wide.
He's John Silver.
And he's fucking steel. Yeah, and John Silver, like, they don't treat John Silver like that. You know what I mean? Johnny Hungy don't get crushed like that. And Johnny Hungy don't look like Gresham. Gresham is I don't know how Gresham is like 5'2", like fucking 250 pounds of just shredded meat. Like this man has abs and like muscles that stack on muscles and muscles. He is this wide and like kind of that tall. I'm sitting down. So it's one of those things where it's like they really could have showcased that, especially for the guy who has been just kind of. It's a show of respect, right? It's a guy who has been toting the brand, and he asked
toting
for his
the brand
release.
when there was no brand to tote.
There was no brand to tote. Like the man was the guy. He was the guy, and they didn't even send him out there with his gimmick and so he asked for his release. I think they should give it to him because Tony Khan they did him dirty, and I think he could do. Look, let him go to Impact with his wife.
Listen, I absolutely understand the business decision, right? Like you're trying to build Ring of Honor up, and like you're trying to, but to have Cesaro go over the way that he did, just was not complimentary to Jonathan Gresham.
No,
and I think that's probably more than likely anything why he feels the way that he feels and has asked for his release. So I do. I hope that he gets it and go to Impact and. Go to anywhere in the world. I mean, from what I hear, there's a whole lot of changes going over on the other side.
I mean, I'm just saying he may really work out.
So, in case you're living under a rock,
I mean, even if you're not a wrestling fan, you're
Friday morning, kind of randomly out of nowhere. Vincent Kennedy McMahon, age 77, announced his retirement from the WWE. Effectively
This is
leaving
like-
Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan as co-CEOs, and what we thought was Bruce Pritchard as head of creative, and with Kevin Dunn's future uncertain. So there's a lot going on underneath of WWE's umbrella. But I want to start with Vince McMahon.
Okay.
And I know that over the last couple of weeks, while he's been, going through this investigation, we've been very complimentary of Vince. Obviously, we're glad that he chose the wrestling world as opposed to world domination, yada yada yada, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right?
I don't want Vince McMahon to ever be the president of the United States.
Yeah, right?
Let me put it that way.
No.
You go around just buying all the other countries. We can buy them all
Yeah,
from Pangea.
That'd
Let's
be
do
that.
one
Yes,
nation on the earth. That's it.
exactly. That's exactly what would happen. Like, no, I don't have competition.
Let's just talk about Vince McMahon and what he means to the pro wrestling business.
There's never been a post Vince McMahon or pre Vince McMahon era of WWE or WWF. This is unprecedented. The last non Vince McMahon era was the territory era that ended when Bruno Sammartino was the WWF champion. My grandmother loved, however, Bruno Sammartino was the WWF champion as well. Once Vincent Kennedy McMahon bought the
genetic jackhammer.
Bought from his father. Bruno Sammartino continued to be the champion. And I mean, there's really and my grandma and her sisters, they've all passed. They're all since passed. Yes. That's them. The Funwella sisters. There were 8 of them. Good Lord. You get them. I could still hear the room that they're all in. It was incredible. Anyway, that hasn't happened in our lifetimes. So we have no idea what's about to happen. We've no idea where pro wrestling is going.
No, but we're going to have fun talking about it in a couple of minutes.
We certainly are. That being said,
we are literally, fellas, going through the most exciting time that we could ever even imagine.
I
don't think WWE could have been put into better hands. Like, this is great.
So
it really
obviously
is a dream.
Obviously, we all love and appreciate and respect what Vince McMahon has done for pro
wrestling.
He
made us fans. He made us.
Yes.
We wouldn't be here. We would not be here chatting with each other without.
I agree wholeheartedly with what Derek just said. I am so excited for what could finally be. I am so excited to see what happens.
It's not going to be
so excited. Listen, when they announced that Bruce Pritchard was going to be head of creative, I was like, "Fuck, man, here we go."
God damn it!
Yeah, same shit.
He's just going to talk.
Same shit.
Vince is just going to call him Bruce. This is what you're going to do.
Yep, 100%.
That was it.
And then we got the news that the game was going to take over WWE Creative. Goodness gracious. That is the best possible news that we could have received out of all of this.
When I saw it, I thought
I've been high on AEW this whole time, but I couldn't imagine what Tony Khan had to have been like. Oh, fuck. Really?
Right?
Went from yes to
when I saw that, and I don't have Raw. Raw's 10 minutes in right now. I don't have it on. But when I saw that, I went, "Oh my god, oh my god," because oh my god, right? I don't think there's going to be sweeping changes across the board.
Not at least until after SummerSlam. I guarantee after SummerSlam we're going to see some different faces.
But
NXT 3.0.
But I mean, first of all, so I think the first thing that's going to change is going to be the music. all of a sudden we're going to be seeing Poppy on Raw, and that's going to be amazing. And just to play them in, play in Shinsuke Nakamura. Here's Poppy. What? That shit's coming.
Maybe we can even see Shinsuke. That'd be amazing. Can we have that? Can we stop ruining his career?
No, he was on SmackDown.
But he doesn't do anything.
He had a match.
But
was he?
He had a match. He won
was he?
on SmackDown on Friday. Yeah, he was. I watched. Yeah, I watched the show. He was there. I saw him.
But was he?
I want Boogs back too, though. My name is Rick. Boogs. Boogs is almost
Isn't he
back.
just hurt? He's hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he blew his knee out when
he's
he
got
lifted
he's got a chipped hammy, a chipped ham leg.
He's coming back though. He's
Isley's pal.
Yeah,
He's awesome.
No, he's coming. He'll be back. His recovery is going well. I follow him on YouTube. The man's recovery is going well.
Awesome.
And I'm very excited to see. He looks fucking. He's huge from here. Like just. I mean, he's a mountain of a man. Because like, he's insane. He's
clearly not stopped lifting.
No, he's insane. Yeah, he just doesn't like. He just gave the knee a break. It's still huge because once you have big legs, you're just gonna have big legs. Yeah. That's just how that works. They don't like diminish. Like you probably can't lift 30 million pounds at the same time with them, but like you can get back to there. And yeah, so he's huge. I mean, we're talking about like he's gonna come back bigger than he was, but like still ripped. Very excited for Boogs. Actually, he's gonna come back looking insane.
Let's talk about excitement, okay? Because I know we started to talk about it, right? But like, imagine what the world will be like in WWE with this regime moving forward.
I mean, it's the McMahon Helmsley era, right? But Stephanie McMahon, and Tony Khan's there to run the business side of things, and truth be told, from the books, he's pretty fucking good at that. Right? Like that's like nobody's going to dispute that Tony Khan's really good at this money thing. Or not Tony Khan, Nick Khan. Very good at this money. Very, very good at this money thing. But I mean, when Stephanie took over, I mean, clearly things have been better under Stephanie. And then now it's like, Triple H is going to like book shit. Let's boys, if I can, let's take us back to an era long gone. Back to 2018. Do we remember 2018? Triple H, the NXT black and gold brand.
Oh.
Do we remember Ciampa as the champion without music? Without music, walking out as the champ. No music because fuck you, right? No music because fuck you. Johnny Gargano was the biggest babyface on television. We could have all of that. Adam Cole, baby.
Not for 4 more years.
So yeah, but okay. So but also, Finn Balor turned 41 today, but Finn Balor's a Triple H guy. Seth Rollins has been on the run of his career. The man's probably been on SmackDown twice already. It's it's probably been on Raw twice already. It's 8:15. We're talking about like the Triple H guys getting the time, getting the pushes, getting the money, getting the slots. Look, I don't
all
think
the ones that we love to watch.
The ones we love.
Listen, this brings up a very interesting question. What do you think are going through the minds of all of these Triple H guys that are on the other side?
The guys that are gone. So we're talking about
Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish. Yeah. Who
else? I mean, also like Malachi Black.
Yeah.
I mean, he's actually in a pretty good spot. Truth be told.
Yes.
He's way better off where he is.
Yeah,
they botched him. They botched him there for a little while though.
But I truthfully, I think that like he's sort of like creative enough that he's molded his own thing into something that's actually better than it would have been.
Well, plus he still gets to work independent shows. So
yeah, well, I think that's really the thing with AEW is that like if you're creative enough to get yourself over and do some good things creatively that don't suck, without somebody to tell you no, because they'll let you do whatever you want. you're going to get over. And he's that guy. He's that creative mind. And literally everything they've been doing with the House of Black, I'm invested in. He's a guy, I would say, he's not quite MJF level, but he's the guy that's like, he knows how to get himself over. He knows what he's doing. He's doing fine in AEW, and he will continue to do fine in AEW. That being said, the guys, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, those guys, they're looking at it going, shit. One more fucking year. God damn it. That's what they're saying. Because they'd have been the top guys. They'd have been the guys. I think FTR is now probably considering, maybe we'll go back to the Fed.
I saw that they had a hot take out there about it, and it was not positive, but I did not read it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't read it. But
I think FTR is very comfortable where they are right now.
Yeah, I would agree
maybe they are.
But their take was did not come off very positive from what I understand.
So they're guys that are going to get over wherever they are too. So maybe they're not. Maybe they're not.
How about Tully getting the oust, huh? He didn't even have a job anymore.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
I mean, he's an old man. I guess it's time for him to retire. But at the same time, it's like I feel like we're now seeing the dark side of AEW, where they were the champions of the pandemic era.
Yeah, they were squeaky clean because they were new, and they were new. And they didn't have to make financial decisions. Hey, that's another thing that's in the news right now. Not to kind of shift gears, but talent relations in AEW, I guess, is a fucking nightmare. There's a lot of people that are coming out saying that, like, hey man, they're just not calling us back. Like, and we're just out here just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, they're like,
well, that's because you're talking about people like Jonathan Gresham, like we already talked about, and Joey Janela, who we're like, Joey, I got your receipts for this charcoal lighter fluid, and I'm not paying for it. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen, asshole. Lose my number.
Yeah, but Marcus Stunt, who was universally loved, I mean, is
all
another
the Marks
one that
loved
out.
him.
Yeah,
the Marks loved him. We hated him, but the Marks loved him.
Yeah, we fuck that little motherfucker.
Look,
just they're a little guy.
Are they going to break are they going to break the call MJF glass? Because
hang on, I gotta get these dogs.
Because hear me out on this one. Because their ratings, the ratings for AEW are going
Yep, they sure are.
910,000 last week, down from 1.1 million last year. With no NBA playoffs or anything to say, this is why it's shit. Meanwhile, WWE ratings are just kind of trickling up, but they're going down. Anyway, not that like WWE ratings are already
but
so, it's
for a while there though, like they were in the basement. I mean, you go back, we talk about Raw, man, doing like 1.2, at one point. Like, that's bad. Times were tough. And, AEW's doing 975 during that. And it's like, and
maybe it'll cross. Maybe it'll cross. No.
Nope. And then it just went the fucking complete opposite way. And I think that's what's so exciting about the prospect of everything moving forward, right? It's like, man, all of these things that like we enjoyed with NXT could become a reality, but you sprinkle in the Seth Rollins. I would love to see Tommaso Ciampa and Seth Rollins. Oh my God. What if please?
That has WrestleMania written all over it.
You know what I mean?
Put the WWE title on one of them. Put the black belt. Put it on one of them. Have them fight in one of the main events. Give them 30 minutes. Yep. Fuck. Like, you want to talk about like a match that like I've already got Peacock, so I'm just gonna watch it. But like, if they were like, this is $50, you have to pay me $50 to watch it. Like, here you go,
100.
You
know what I mean? Listen, Karrion Kross, like he could come back because he's a free agent. Like he's just out here doing his own thing. He can come back. Like the things that could happen under a fucking Stephanie Triple H fucking regime.
I mean, it's
scary fun to think about.
It is, and it's one of those things that like, I mean, if they really want to just like go all out, go balls to the wall and spend that, now they're gonna have to spend money. I'm not saying that it's like, we gotta go like they'd have to spend money to do this, but they got money to spend.
Yes.
You know, if they want to go out and like, look, let's see what we can fucking do, and like spend the money, pull back a Karrion Kross, you know, pull back who else we got?
Johnny
that's just hanging
Gargano.
out? Gargano, pull back a Johnny Gargano. You know, and it doesn't have to be a ton of guys, maybe three, four guys. You know, put them all together. See
I'm
what happens.
interested to see what something like this does for a guy like Austin Theory.
What happens if you put a Gresham in NXT 2.0, right?
Oh, he
You
wrecks house.
Right, you just put Gresham out, and
we could see Bray Wyatt again. Like,
oh my god, that's the thing. Yeah, we could see the return of the Fiend. We could see it could all just like, but at their best form, right?
Yeah,
at their best form. Yeah, and just see what happens. You know, do they pull the numbers? You know, give it a year. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let me just spend money for a year. Let's spend money for a year. Let's see what happens.
I am so excited.
You know what? They come out of it, and you know, Raw's getting 2.5 million, SmackDown's getting 3.5 million viewers at the end of that, and they're like, "Fuck, we did it. We spent the money. It cost us money to get here. Like, let's be real about this. To get there, it costs money. It will cost money.
Yeah,
but they get there, and they're like, fuck, we added a third. We added a
bring
third.
back Cardona.
Eh.
I mean, he's still one of the most over guys in pro wrestling. Where nobody's talking about him right now because he's got a broken leg.
He's hurt.
But
I mean,
bro,
maybe
before that happened, man, like
you're right. I don't. Yeah, but you bring him back. You got to bring back Brian Myers. You got to bring back Chelsea Green. You got to bring. Yeah, nah, he's not. Yeah. He's not coming back without his family.
That's fair. That's fair. But I mean, the possibilities are absolutely endless. And I do, man. I think that a Kevin Dunn exit and a possible Bruce Pritchard exit are going to be a good thing for us as wrestling fans. And what's also been talked about, thrown around a little bit, is Paul Heyman and his relationship with Stephanie and what that could mean for him moving forward. Because, you know, despite their many creative differences in the past, they do have a very, very strong relationship. And
well,
Paul Heyman could ultimately get thrown right in the top of this mix too.
Well, I mean, I think he's at the desk for creative. I think certainly. I think Triple H absolutely respects Paul Heyman's creative input, and I think he's got a seat at the table if he wants it. I mean, I think that Paul's an old man. Paul's not the youngest guy. But you know, I think he's got a seat at the table. I think he continues to book whatever Roman's doing. I don't think that changes for now.
No.
But and rightfully so. I think that's the one thing that, like, you don't mess with that particularly. But I do think that you need to, if Roman's going to continue to work such a limited schedule, I do think there needs to be at least another champion. Like, if he just works on Fridays, no. I hear you, but no.
Elevate one of the mid-card titles. Keep that title special. I elevate one of the mid-card titles.
Then make it one.
Yeah.
Give it one belt.
Yep. And then elevate it just like it used to be.
This is the WWE Championship. Yeah, sure. Like when Hulk Hogan would hold it, and we didn't get to watch it because we didn't stay up late enough. Because we were kids.
I'm elevate one of those mid-card titles.
Elevate them both.
I like that the championship feels unattainable right now. I really do, because they've built it properly enough that he was there each and every single day, every single week, and they built it right that now Roman's beat everybody, and you can look at it from the standpoint of it means something when he shows up now because he's fucking smoked everybody.
He really has. Good Christ.
Good. You know he's not going to smoke. He's not going to smoke Gunther because that's fucking coming down the pipes.
That's, man. You want to talk about a guy?
In my opinion, that if they can't get The Rock at WrestleMania, that is the go-to. is Gunther and
Yeah.
Roman Reigns. However, I did read an interesting fan theory on WrestleMania that I never really tried to wrap my head around, but it makes a lot of sense. Who said that The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania needed to be for a championship?
You don't. So the Gunther thing, I want to touch on that. We were so pissed. You were. I didn't care.
I was, yeah.
We were so pissed when
Because
they
it means they
changed the name
pulled
and
all
brought
my
him up.
merchandise off WWE shop.
That's true. But a man they've treated right is Gunther. I mean, this man, he has time every week. Look, he helped his boy this week. He didn't have to wrestle this week. He helped his boy. And then because he had to help his boy, he slapped the shit out of him. I mean, you want to talk about a guy that's booked strong. Nobody's been booked that strong since Roman Reigns.
That's why.
He is booked strong. And I
And
love
he looks
it. Look,
good doing it, too.
oh my God, does he ever? This man, like, I forgot how young he was, right? Like, he's in his 20s.
Walter.
Like, he's in
He
his
lost
20s.
almost another human. Like I feel like
He
he's
lost
lost
it.
so much weight. It's crazy.
His hand is still this big.
His wife is hot.
His wife
His
is
head.
and
Hot.
and she's an American. And that's the thing. She's an American.
Well,
That's
Vince
why he's
probably paid for her. That's probably what it was. He's like, listen, pal,
This
I got this
motherfucker-
15 million that I'm trying to get off
Wow.
the books.
Wow. Okay, listen. So actually, Derek, I'm glad you brought that up because we kind of got off the rails a little bit. But so breaking news. It's being reported that the United States federal government has opened a case, an investigation against Vince McMahon in the hush money sex scandal.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. They're like, what?
here, I've
Wait,
got
what?
the-
What is this coinage? Coinage that the government doesn't have access to?
Wait,
So
what?
Let's investigate.
I've got
Wait,
the blurb
money?
here. Okay. According to Ted Mann and Joe Palazzolo of the Wall Street Journal, Vince
Ted
McMahon's
Mann's not a real
retirement
name.
was hastened due to federal investigations into alleged hush money paid by McMahon. New investigations by the SEC and federal prosecutors into hush money payments made by WWE's Vince McMahon to settle allegations of sexual misconduct hastened his retirement as chief executive, according to people familiar with the matter. The Securities and Exchange Commission and federal prosecutors have launched inquiries into payments made by Mr. McMahon to settle allegations of sexual misconduct, the people said. The media company said Monday that it had received regulatory, investigative, and enforcement inquiries, subpoenas, or demands in connection with millions of dollars in hush money.
Yeah.
Millions and millions of the Rock fans.
So, Tom, I think this goes above your pissed off shareholders now, huh?
Oh, now you pissed off the government. Way to go.
no, okay. One, fuck the government. I'm like, fuck the government. Look, I sit here with a Motorhead shirt on. Fuck the government. Lie to the cops. I'm telling you here. Hey, take my advice. Lie to the cops. Fuck
Jesus
the
Christ.
police.
You can't say that.
Fuck the police. Fuck the government. Lie to them.
You
Fuck 'em.
can't say that.
Fuck
The
them.
Why?
views of Tom are not necessarily the views of One Fall WrestleCast, in
Fuck them
LLC,
hoes.
unincorporated, etc., etc. Please, if
Fuck
you have
them hoes.
any issues,
Anyway.
please.
Anyway, one. That's number one. Number two. Oh man, Vince McMahon messed with rich people's money. Look, the issue isn't that. Oh man, Vince McMahon, the history of sexual abuse and harassment and yada 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 yada, like derogatory towards women. None of that. None of that. No. He fucked with the government and he fucked with rich people's money. That's unacceptable. Those two things are unacceptable. Fuck the government. Fuck the rich people. Eat the rich. Fuck the government. Okay? Fuck them.
Hey,
So-
now,
so
Walt's
look-
borderline rich. You better be careful with that shit. He's getting there.
No, he ain't. Yeah, okay. I'll see you. Anyway.
I'm
Anyway.
spending money on a Jeep like I'm rich.
Anyway.
He got that credit card rich. All right, go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry. I'm done.
In the immortal words of the late, great Lemmy Kilmister. Come
What
on,
you
baby.
gonna do, brother? I'm sorry.
No, come on, baby. Eat the rich. Take a bite out of that son of a bitch. Don't mess up. Don't you give me no switch. Come on, baby, and eat the rich. Come on, baby. Bite that sucker. Come on, baby. Eat that fucker. Anyway, fuck them rich people. Fuck the government. Look, those are the people. Like, Vince McMahon walked back and he was like, you know what? Fuck them.
Tom's that kosher salt right now. Coarse grind kosher salt. Just
You know what? Fuck them. These people particularly. You know what? Fuck them. Vince McMahon got one over on him. The man's on his deathbed. He's 1,000 years old. And you know what he did
looks
on his
great. What are you talking about? He's on his deathbed. He looks fantastic.
Right, you're right. He does. But like he's gonna live to be 130.
His mom
He's
just
gonna
died. She was like 172.
He's gonna beat this rap too. And on the way out, he's gonna be like, you know what? Fuck you, motherfuckers. Fuck you in the ass till you die. And you know what? Fuck
You are
him.
aggressive this evening.
He's right. Fuck him. Because here's the thing. Okay, look, he's walking out. He's leaving his daughter in charge. He's leaving his son-in-law in charge. He's got this other guy who's good at business.
CM Punk called that. Just saying.
Whatever. Fuck it. Fuck him. And you know what? Did Vince do
Doofus
some horrible
son-in-law.
Did CM Punk did CM Punk? Did Vince do some terrible things? Sure. However,
Allegedly.
is that what took him down? Allegedly. Is that what took him down? No. So that like this is my other problem, right? Like we're taking him down as like a sexual abuser, a sexual harasser, yada 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 yada, whatever. However, none of that's ever come to light. That seems to be a hit piece, right? It's like, well, maybe this happened, and it's a hit piece. Like maybe Vince McMahon's a terrible human. However, all of the people that know him, including men, women, Renee Young, John Moxley's wife, came out today and was like, "Thank you, Vince McMahon. I learned so much under you." Like,
He probably paid her money to hush up too.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but I don't think so. Like, you want to talk about people who've not been quiet about this? You want to talk about John Moxley and Renee Young? Like these are people that have not been quiet about any of this. And all the hush money, yada yada yada. Was it probably? Here's what I think it was. Was there maybe some sexual harassment that were there like, hey, I'm not comfortable here. This is because look, you want to talk about he's one of the richest guys in the world. So, is he going to use his leverage to be like, hey, I'm in my 50s, but you're in your 20s. I like the way your boobs look. He did that.
The genetic jackhammer.
Yeah, he did that. Look, there's no question that he did that. And then if they said, no, I don't want to do that. And then if they said, no, I don't want to do that. He was like, all right, well, I'm going to fire you now, but here's some money. And like that happened, right? And I feel like that's
terrible, Tom.
It does sound terrible. It is terrible. Look, that's terrible.
Okay. So let me connect the dots here. So that's what you're mad about. You're mad that nobody's talking about that. They're talking about the fact that rich people are pissed that they're not getting richer.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Like, they got richer. Okay. So they got richer, right? Like he made them like
now
so
I understand
much
your anger. I just was like I couldn't understand.
Right. Like so regardless of that, like he made them like so much money, right? So much like WWE is more profitable now.
So because he made them a bunch of money, they should be okay with him trying to hide the pickle. Check.
No. Well, they are okay with him trying to hide the pickle. However,
clearly they're not because he's under federal investigation for trying to play hide the pickle.
No. That's not why he's under federal investigation. He's under federal investigation because he used the money from the company to hide the pickle.
Right.
It's not
they're
that
mad because they
they
should have made money off of that money that he tried to hide the pickle with.
Right. So that's a business expense, right? Him trying to hide the pickle's
a business expense. Noted.
Right.
Noted.
Right.
I can claim that on my W-2.
Well, no, and that's the problem.
But that's not.
is that
But you just told me I
you're
could.
du- how are you a
the pickle
W-2
was a
employee?
business expense.
It is. So it was for Vince because he never stopped.
Well, why
working.
can't it be for me?
You
It would
stop
have
working
been
and
if
you
you
go
would have
home.
never took
You're
the
talking to me right
the
now.
company public. That's the problem.
For sure.
You stay
Yeah.
private, it's a business
Oh,
expense.
So private.
You go open
pickle
on the
money's
public
okay.
market, it's now
The
an
problem
issue.
is, and Derek's right in this, but what the point I'm trying to make is
The
that
point I'm trying to
it's-
make is I want to know if I can write off hide the pickle money.
Do you have a
no,
private
you
business?
can't.
You just told me I
No,
could.
it's not private.
Well,
the
what
I
are
can
you
write
problem-
off my goddamn
talking about?
electric bill for Portia working 40 hours a week at my desk right here beside me. That's insanity. I can write off
I
365
do write
days
that up.
of an electric bill for 40
right.
hours, 5 days a week.
I do write that off. You don't write that off? I write it off.
Yeah, we're writing it off.
Gotta write it off.
It's
Anyway,
insanity not
point
to.
being,
The tax
point
system's a
being-
fucked up mess. Vince
Will you
fucked
stop?
up.
Will you stop?
What?
Let Tom make his point. I've fucked with Tom.
He's
long
been
enough.
making a
Let
point
Tom
for
make his-
15 minutes.
Oh, you.
because
well, at
everybody
least
keeps
somebody- at
everybody
least
keeps
somebody's
stopping
making
me.
a fucking point, pal.
My point's got to. I'm on a bullet train with this point, and like you guys have continuously tried to derail said bullet train for 15 fucking minutes. So let me make the fucking point. God damn it. Anyway, so point being, look, sexual harassment stuff. It never really came to fruition, did it? It was a hit piece.
not
The
yet.
most.
HBO's apparently getting ready to release a story, like one of their investigative sports stories on him, and it's not going to be good either.
Oh, so wait, is this? I have like evidence that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton. Is this that? Is this that level of
Hey,
thing?
you can't listen. How many times you cannot say that in a public forum? Whether you're
I'm just saying, is this
cannot
that
say
level?
Okay.
Is this that? Because I feel like this is the same level of thing where it's like none of those things ever happen, right? Nothing. It's so it's a hit piece.
That's 2 weeks.
So it's a hit piece on him with that sexual harassment stuff, because literally the only people that come out and say anything about Vince McMahon are like, Vince McMahon's fucking fantastic, and we're talking about Bailey. Bailey comes out with that stuff. Like literally everybody.
You
is
almost
like,
said Sasha Banks, didn't you?
No,
it was like
I
at the
was
tip
that
of your
close.
tongue.
Anyway, I bit my tongue. But it's a level of just like, all of the people who like would have been in his, like, the top people. Bailey's the top people.
Uh-huh.
Ronda Rousey's the top people.
Man.
Everybody who's been like, thank you, Vince, is a top people, right? Like, these are like they were like,
Hey. Hey, pal, I need you to go ahead and execute one more final script.
top people are still like, no, I've never seen anything like that. Now, did it happen? It certainly happened. But did those people get paid to shut up? And did they get paid handsomely enough? Look, I think the biggest problem that hide the pickle. I think the most hidden pickle was with the paralegal in her 40s who had a consensual relationship with him for many years and got bonuses and hush money. And I think that's the thing. Most of that $14 million probably went to her. A lot of her salary being inflated, because let's face it, all of our salaries are fucking hamstrung. Her salary was inflated beyond what the board deemed acceptable, while they're not doing fucking shit and like just getting paid millions every year off the top. Because that's how that shit works. God, if there's legitimate, like, Vince McMahon was a terrible human and did this, that, and the other thing, that's fine. However, that's not what's come out. It's just not. It's not come out. Nobody has stepped up and said, Vince McMahon did X, Y, Z to me, and it was terrible, and I'm scarred for life. And then he punched me in the face, and I'm poor, and my kids, I have his illegitimate son, and everybody hates me, and whatever. None of that's come out, and it would have come out. Now is the time. They're vulnerable right now. If you're that person, if that person exists, now is the time for that shit to come out. That shit hasn't come out. So, God, I hate to be here to be that guy that's just like fucking fuck him. But like, this is just about rich people not getting what they want, and the rich people finally took the guy down. Finally, after God, they wanted to stab him in the 70s and in the 80s. They wanted to stab this man, and they didn't stab him. And he was saying, "Oh, they're gonna put hits out on you, Vince." And Vince was like, "Get in line." And that didn't happen then. That didn't happen now. And finally, it was the rich people who came out and said, "Oh, Vince, you screwed us out of a little bit of money, out of a little."
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck them. Fuck those guys. So you know what?
Walt kind of left us in a bad spot because I'm right here with you, buddy. I'd have no issue with what you're saying.
Look,
And basically, he filled out the wrong tax form. He should have filled out his tax forms a little more precisely. None of this would have happened.
Should have been better about it. He was an old man. He's confused. Should it have
write a fucking check out of your own personal bank account? All this goes away.
Right? I mean, it would have been better. It would have been. It would have been a no contest. No, nothing. It wouldn't have come up. It just straight up wouldn't have come up.
It would have been an out of court settlement, and that would have been it.
I mean, it wouldn't have come up. Is it problematic? Maybe it is. I don't know that. I don't have the facts to condemn a man in the court of public opinion and say, off with his head. I don't have those facts. And not only do I not have those facts, is that nobody has come forth with anything concrete, except when it seems to be convenient. Like, it's been years, decades since anything.
And I'd like to point out, too, that this is not a Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, whatever type of situation. This was all seemingly very consensual and very, welcomed and fine until someone got a burr up her ass.
Yeah, it was until the stockholders saw that, oh, hey, this lady made more money than anybody else who held this paralegal, like a lot more,
because she
than
hit
anybody
the
else.
pickle.
Look, man, that's a business. For a workaholic like Vince McMahon, I'm just telling you right now, that's a business expense.
Yeah.
It was a consensual relationship, and that was just part of her duties. I'm not here to condone that, but you know what? Look, I'm not here to condone that, but you know what? From what I understand, it was consensual. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed each other, and he was not he's married, but he was not really married at the time. So it wasn't even. It was just anything you ever hear about Vince is the man. He doesn't want. He hates to sneeze. He when he eats things, it's literally just to fuel his body because he's mad about it. He's like, give me this fucking grilled chicken and this salad and fucking some beans.
Could you imagine the vetting that must have went on about these women's personal hygiene habits before he even considered touching them?
Like, this bitch has to shower.
Okay.
So she hasn't showered beforehand.
Okay. We're nope. No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Hey, you left us alone. You're the one that left us alone.
Nope.
And
no, can't do it.
We're just two guys fighting on Vince McMahon's side. We lost our mediator, or moderator, I should say.
Jiminy Chris, I'm glad I came back when I did. Goodness gracious, who knows what the hell you guys talking
I'm
about?
just saying,
what the budget for that was.
There's just a level of audacity. I mean, we're talking about a company that's worth billions and billions of dollars. And we're over here
spend $15 million on hookers. And not even hookers, but girlfriends.
How dare you spend $15 million illicit dollars, something that amounted to what, 2% of revenue over a fucking decade. A decade.
I can't.
No, but that's the problem. Look, that's the problem. Hearing. It's not a matter of illicit abuse or anything. It's not that's not the case.
It's not a problem. There is no problem.
There's no problem. It's oh God, he spent money. It should have come out of his wallet. Yeah. It should have come out of his wallet. But at the same time, it's it was $15 million, but
you guys sound like the dads on South Park right now. Nice.
It's just it's to me it's shocking. It's like, oh no, it's not that like he hurt people, he buried people, he did it. Maybe he did do those things. Nobody's coming forward with that, but it's no. Yeah, the pickle. Oh my god, and the stockholders.
God, can you imagine what their Christmases must have been like?
Oh god.
I wonder if Santa even came to their $50 billion mansions.
Did Santa even come to their mansion? Oh no.
I'm so sad.
Oh.
God, they might not even afford to have 5 kids now. Now they got to have 4.
Oh, they had to sell a yacht. A whole yacht.
All right. Well, so
how can you have a fleet of yachts when
all of the federal investigations in your
how can you have a fleet of yachts when you only have 8 and not 9
billionaires? The
Catalina wine mixer, they ruined it.
They ruined the Catalina wine mixer.
I fucking can't.
How will Donald Trump's kids afford a 4th mansion? Oh God, no! Oh, the humanity. Fuck them hoes. Literally, fuck them hoes. Come on. Like,
so despite all of the feelings towards the shareholders in the United States government, Thursday, Friday, absolutely was absolutely.
Hey! Look, Nancy Pelosi made a lot of money off insider trading, and when she was asked about it, she's like, "No, absolutely not," and it just ran away. Like, it's almost like the goddamn that's Chappelle skit. Where he was like, no, I didn't do that. Spilled the water. Like, had she spilled the water, it would have been the exact same skit. But look, fuck these rich people. That's all I have to say. Okay, look, fuck them. Okay, fuck Vince McMahon. He's a rich man too. Okay, he's gonna continue to be a rich man. They forced him out. Okay, great. Now, are things gonna be great for us? Maybe because Triple H fucking loves the business. I love Triple H. It's gonna be great for us. Good for us. But the fact that it came down to this, whatever. Fuck them. Fuck them hoes. I'm out.
Derek, any closing thoughts on Vince McMahon and WWE moving forward?
No, I think fuck them hoes really just seals the whole topic there.
Yeah, fuck them hoes.
Oh, all right. All right then. All right. All right, there. Fuck them hoes. What's your match of the week?
So my match of the week is Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston, because I can't believe how fucking bad that match was. To this day, it was so fucking bad. And I can't even I have to bring it up again because it was so fucking bad. So it's one of those.
So let me just get this straight, okay?
Yeah, please.
So you take the goddamn fundamental good nature of One Fall WrestleCast match of the week, and you just disrespect it with something that you didn't look. When our match set forth on match of the week, it was supposed to be our favorite match of the week. It wasn't supposed to be a match that you didn't like. Match of the week was supposed to be something that you wanted to spotlight, that you really enjoyed over everything else.
So I do want to spotlight
either one of you guys on the rails with this.
No, this is off the rails, and this is a special week. Look, shit has hit the fan. All of the shit has hit the fan. This is one of the most monumental weeks in the history of professional wrestling since we've been alive. We have never been in a post Vince McMahon era of anything ever in our entire fucking lives. When we were born, we were like 5 or 6 years in, our infancy, it's 5 years into the Vince McMahon era. This shit is fucking off the rails. All right, this is off. There's no rails here. Okay, there's no rails. My match of the week is Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston because it was so fucking terrible. It's the match that everybody needs to watch to see exactly how you don't fucking do pro wrestling. You watch this match and you say, this is how not to book pro wrestling, because they did everything fucking wrong. Okay? Everything was wrong from start to finish. It was wrong. It was wrong. It wasn't the only wrong match they booked this week. Tony Khan booked this week. It wasn't the only one because he also fucking squashed Jonathan Gresham, who is a fantastic wrestler. And he made fucking Claudio Castagnoli, FKA Cesaro, squash him. Like, fucking, like, I can't believe how bad AEW was while all of this turmoil is going on in WWE, which, by the way, WWE programming was just fine. All of those matches were fine. There was nothing bad. There was nothing good. It was just not notable. But this is like, how, like Tony Khan this week was like, hey, I'm gonna be the dumbest man in America this week. Is that cool with everybody? I'm gonna do the dumbest shit humanly possible on a pro wrestling show. In fact, I've got a bunch of them coming up, and I'm just gonna let the dumbest shit happen humanly possible. And he did that on multiple occasions. But the Chris Jericho versus it was so bad. It was like Chris Jericho should just be embarrassed, and I hope he is embarrassed. I know he said, "Oh, I hate it when you call them botches." It's like, don't be in the matches that are all the botches, then, you fucking shithead. God damn it, fucking Chris Jericho needs to retire. Next week, I expect to see Chris Jericho's retirement speech. I expect him to retire. I expect Eddie Kingston to throw him into some barbed wire, and let that be that. That could be the end of that feud, because good God, I don't want to see another match between these two. I will, in fact, not watch it if it is booked. Chris Jericho should retire, go be a rock star, and play mediocre rock songs. I'll probably listen to him. I'm that kind of guy. Here I am with a Motorhead shirt on. Not that Motorhead's mediocre. Listen to Motorhead.
I was about to say,
Motorhead's
sir,
amazing.
Don't you
Motorhead?
Fuck around with
No, I
like
would.
that.
I would never disparage the good name of Motorhead. However, I just can't anymore with this Chris Jericho shit. It's over for me. This is the end of an era for me, for Chris Jericho. Really, I'm done. I'm done. And this is the nail in the coffin. I'm done. So that's why it's my match of the week, because I'm done with Chris Jericho. So when Chris Jericho's on TV, he's not for me anymore. It's done. It's over. He sucks. Eddie Kingston, he might get one more shot, but if it sucks, he's done too. So see you at the crossroads.
There you have it.
See you at the crossroads. And I'm going to miss Chris Jericho. And I'm going to miss Eddie Kingston. And I'm going to miss Chris Jericho. And I'm going to miss Eddie Kingston.
And I'm going to miss everybody. All right, so my match of the week. Tom, of course, you took it, man. It was Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston. No, all right. So seriously, my match of the week was definitely Darby Allin, Brody King. That was insane.
That was great. That was fun.
That was entertainment right there. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I didn't really want to see. I guess I didn't know I wanted to see Darby get his ass beat like that. It could have even.
He's really good at it, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it could have went
really
a
good
shorter,
at it.
because that was probably 5 minutes too long, maybe. You know, because after a while it's like he's dead. Just stop. He's dead. Like,
stop killing him. He's dead.
He can't die anymore.
It was like that. He's already dead.
But damn, if you wanted a death match, that was the death match right there.
Yeah, right? Darby was dead. They didn't even need barbed wire.
Nah. That was just violence.
Killed the man with his hands.
Insanity. Yeah, that was honestly my match of the week. I sincerely enjoyed that, and I would tune in for more. Though I hope to see Darby reestablished eventually in a higher level role like he was initially. I think he's got maybe not World Heavyweight Championship, AEW World Champion material, but he's a great mid-card contender. And, you know, maybe we can get some of that Atlantic Championship on him. Or send him over to Ring of Honor and get one of those, you know, titles on him.
There we go. Look,
something other than the TNT title.
He could have put on a great match with Jonathan Gresham. I'm just saying. I think that would have been phenomenal. Him and Jonathan Gresham. They're about the same height. Yeah. No, we won't.
No. They got their little Cthulhu paintings in a wad, and now they're gone.
Yeah, we're done now. It's good though.
Speaking
what do you
of
got?
panties in a wad,
what would you watch? We clearly watched wrestling and like we're just fucking enamored this week. Walt's so mad at us right now.
My match of the week, okay, is just long-term booking at its finest. And we got the payoff this week, okay? And, you know, I just want to make sure everybody's aware that it's all love when you hide the pickle. We'll catch you next week. One Fall WrestleCast.